How $10 is quietly building Africa's next logistics empire. Kenya's hidden investment system. Nairobi wakes up before the sun. Engines start, phones light up, routes begin to form. In a city where movement is everything, time is not just money, it is survival. Somewhere in this city, a package is already late, a customer is waiting, a rider is navigating traffic, and a system is under pressure. But this story is not really about delivery, it's about ownership. Because right now, in Kenya, something unusual is happening. People are building logistics networks with just $10. Not 10,000, not 1,000, 10. No headlines, no global spotlight, just a quiet system growing. And the question is, why? Why is nobody talking about it? Because what's happening here challenges everything we think we know about investment in Africa. This is the Diaspora Project Media, and today, we're breaking down one of the most overlooked systems in Africa's emerging economy. Section 1. The delivery problem. Meet Daniel. Daniel is a delivery rider in Nairobi. Every day, he wakes up before sunrise, checks his phone, and waits. The first order comes in, then another, then another. By midday, he has already completed 10 deliveries. By evening, that number could reach 25, even 30. But here's the reality. Daniel doesn't own the bike. He doesn't control the pricing. And he doesn't share in the long-term value of the system he powers every day. He works inside the machine, but he does not own it. Now multiply Daniel by thousands. Thousands of riders, thousands of deliveries, thousands of transactions happening daily. This is not a small system. This is infrastructure. And yet, it's fragmented, unstructured, inefficient, expensive. Last mile equals 50% of cost. The last mile is the most expensive part of delivery. And in many African cities, it's also the most broken. Delays, lost packages, unpredictable pricing. But for investors, this is not just a problem, it's a signal. Section 2. The idea of micro-equity. Now here's where things begin to change. Instead of waiting for large capital or foreign investment, a different model is emerging. Micro-equity. Simple idea, powerful implications. Small amounts of money from many people, combined into shared ownership of real income-generating assets. Not loans, not donations, ownership. Let's slow that down. You don't need to buy a motorbike. You don't need to hire a rider. You don't need to build a logistics company. You just need $10. And when thousands of people do the same, something interesting happens. Capital forms, assets are acquired, systems begin to operate, and suddenly, a network exists. This is not crowdfunding. This is decentralized infrastructure. It's not about how much you invest. It's about how many people participate. It's not about owning everything. It's about owning a piece of something that moves. And in logistics, everything moves. Section 3. How the system works. Let's walk through a single delivery. A customer places an order. The system receives it. An algorithm, or dispatcher, assigns a rider. The rider accepts. He starts the engine. He moves. Now here's the hidden layer. That bike may not belong to him. It may be funded by hundreds of small investors, People who contributed $10, $20, $50. People who may never meet him. The delivery is completed, payment is processed, revenue is generated, and somewhere, an investor earns a fraction. One delivery seems small, but repeat that hundreds of times per day, thousands of times per week. Now you're not looking at deliveries anymore, you're looking at cash flow. If you're starting to see what's really happening here, hit the like button, because this kind of analysis doesn't show up in your feed by accident. And subscribe to the Diaspora Project Media, because we don't just talk about Africa's future, we break it down. Section 4. Why this model works. Let's zoom out. Why does this work? First, low barrier to entry. Anyone can participate. Second, risk distribution. No single investor carries the burden. Third, high utilization. These assets are used every day. Now think about this. Compare it to Uber, but remove centralized ownership. Compare it to Amazon Logistics, but distribute the investment layer. That's what this is. It's infrastructure, built from the bottom up. Section 5. The risks. But let's be clear, not everyone wins. Some investors lose money, assets break down, bikes get damaged, systems fail, platforms can mismanage funds, regulations can change.
And here's the truth. Systems don't collapse overnight. They fail slowly, one inefficiency at a time. Section 6. Africa expansion. Now zoom out even further. Kenya is just the beginning. Lagos, Accra, Kigali, Cape Town. Urban Africa is growing fast. Demand is rising, and delivery is becoming essential infrastructure, which means this model can scale. The biggest opportunities don't always look obvious. Sometimes they look like $10, and a system quietly growing right in front of everyone, but understood by very few. Which country are you watching from? Drop it in the comments section and tell me this. Which African industry do you think is the most undervalued? Tell me below, and I'll break it down in the next video.